Moving on to the schematic proposal for the Transdisciplinary Craft Center, I started to study the context and potential programs that could be applied into the project site. For the site synthesis, I first identified the sun path over the proposed project site, since the source and direction of light is essential to aid the function of the kaleidoscope in creating patterns through the reflection of light. I also identified the wind intensity and direction that will steer the ventilating panels of the kaleidoscope. With that, I pinned the main assembly points that will draw in human traffic from three directions. Firstly, the Bang Krachao Pier that welcomes tourists from opposite shores of the island. Secondly, the crossroads in front of the bicycle sheds. And lastly, a neighboring Puntara Botanic Home that could serve as an accommodation for visiting lecturers and students for the textile design program. With these points pinned, the proposed site massing branches into the core of the project site like the buttress roots of a tree, since it is also rooted in both soil and water like the plant. Then, I proceeded to look into the site opportunities as well as issues of Bang Krachao, and realized that there were neighboring educational institutions on its opposite shores in the town of Bangkok. Besides that, the island's connection to a water body provides an interesting site for a playful fun program, aside from its abundance of beautiful natural elements. However, Bang Krachao has a disproportionate tourist program that focuses on physical and recreational activities, leaving Thailand's beautiful traditions to be sidelined. The site also has a lot more elderly residents than young, which poses a threat to its future development and flooding issues at the riverbank. Therefore, I am proposing to build an artisanal textile research center and program. The intention of the proposed building will be predominantly to incubate, fabricate, educate, and propagate. Firstly, the design ornament will be utilized as a medium for pattern extraction through the various reflections of light and color that it provides for its external natural environment of Bang Krachao. The patterns are then extracted, studied, and integrated into textile designs manufactured within the labs provided. This research process will also actively involve university students from the neighboring universities around the island of Bang Krachao, providing labs and classrooms for the local youth to further explore the possibilities of Thai textiles. These designs will then be fabricated with the help of the local villagers in a weaving workshop. The manufactured textile products will then be used to educate the community of Bang Krachao, especially its visiting international tourists about Thai textiles via a depository or museum gallery in which they will be beautifully displayed in the form of installations. Lastly, the project will also utilize the status of its site as a popular tourist destination to propagate the different fabrics produced to generate income for its local community, as well as to raise funds for the continuation of its research activities. With the above intentions in mind, the programmatic diagram for the project is mapped out to determine the flow and interweaving elements or activities that will take place. Based on the program, the necessary places are listed to fit the entailment of its activity and target users. From there, I started to look into strategies that will be able to integrate the program with the site. Firstly, the unique function of the kaleidoscope that captures pattern from its surrounding nature to collaborate with tertiary students in creating a textile design and research program. Secondly, a river market and galleria will incorporate the connecting water body of Chao Phraya River to create an internal channel in which tourists can experience traditional Thai culture of textile creation as they boat through textiles that move in rotation throughout the water channel. Lastly, the placement of wave turbines will be able to counter the problem of flooding by the riverbanks by forming a plumbing and energy generator system that uses wave energy to turn the spinning machines in the Yang spinnery. With the program planned out, initial sketches and digital massing are made to kickstart the form-making developments, with attention given to its internal spatial arrangement as well as relation to its external environment. As mentioned for the site synthesis, the concept for the project will be derived from the mangrove root structure that stretches out into water and soil. This was implemented having various root node points and roots stretching forth from these points. The form for this project is also taken from the substance and nature of textile, primarily the subject of stretchability. Both of these natures then fused to create the overall form for the project, as well as its wide openings and entrances, resulting in its final form development. The similar textile qualities are brought into the spatial qualities of the internal and open spaces of the project.